All right, let's try this again, shall we? Let me see if I can put this into the group. Maybe I can find it on my phone now. I tell you, some days, YouTube. Yeah, there it is. I don't know why it wasn't coming up before, but wasn't coming up before. So let me share that. Copy the link. Go over to Facebook. Find our groups, HAOS. And let's edit. How do I edit this? Copy. Delete that one. And put in this one. Sorry, guys. Back end stuff I should have had figured out before. But I didn't, because I've been busy. So paste that in there and post it. Okay, so I should be able to go there on my phone now. And yes, I can see it. Oh, man, I'm not signed in there. So, okay, just putting that aside. Hey, Janet. Hi, Debbie. Ho, ho, ho. I have had a morning, I'll tell you. Glad you guys could join me. I'm just going to do this mini challenge quickly live because I didn't get anything done. And Shell was talking to me about it yesterday, and I thought, I need to do that. So we're talking about muted tones, and you can make any tone muted just by adding color. And I don't know why I'm getting this kind of nonsense here. This is killing me. All right, so try to get that to focus. My camera in white has more issues. There, it stopped jiggling now. So these are the tones that she was using, and I thought instead of using paint, we can use paint. I would just use some ink for this. I'm going to flip over and try to find a page I can work on here. There we go. Got a page. Hi, Nell. Yeah, so we're just going to do this live because we can, because, it's a mini challenge. There'll be 4 of them, I think, overall. I don't know. Shell did this month's, and I said, good, let's do that. And completely forgot about it. Promptly forgot about it. And I've been cleaning house. My husband has finally agreed to letting me get rid of junk that has accumulated. So I've been taking old electronics and computer components and all of that kind of stuff to the donation so they can get recycled. Don't want it in the landfill. We want to do something with it. So that's what I've been doing with my quote unquote spare time. Live is good. That's good. Okay. So the challenge is this, and it's a scene, and I like the scene, and I'm looking at it and I'm saying, well, I should kind of sketch in how this is working. There's some mountains up here. Although this is wide instead of long. I should go wide instead of long with this, shouldn't I? Why, yes, Peg, go wide instead of long. Talk to myself here. So I'm going to turn my journal, because you can turn your journal, right? You can turn your journal to go whatever way you want to. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to look at this, and I'm just going to, kind of sketch in the mountain here in the background. And the same thing over here. We've got a little bit of, you don't have to be this literal. I'm liking this. I'm feeling like I'd like to be out in nature and doing these sorts of things. There's, this is about, let's see. If I look at this is the size of this. And if I look at where this line comes across, it's about in here, where the landmass is down here. And then there's water. There's water in here. So I think I've kind of got an idea of where this is headed. I did start mixing some paint. I was gonna mute down some of this blush tone. And so I grabbed, because I didn't really have this color in an ink. So I was just taking some blush, and I was going to mute it with a little bit. This is on the red side of the family, the color wheel, with a little bit of willow, which is a real pale green. Just put a drop of that in there. And I'm going to mix that. I think I want it a little more yellow, so I'm going to add another tone and mix up my color. And you can see that's pretty good. Not bad. Okay. So I have muted that color down, and where I want that is right in here, because if you look at this, there is a little bit of that sunrise going on here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that in there. I'm going to flip my sponge around and blend it out. And get that into the sky. I also want it down here in the water, the reflection in the water. So I'm just going to bring that down here into the water area. Yeah, decluttering. Yeah. I know. I took 5 loads of stuff, just I don't know. Okay, here's the story. My husband worked in electronics all of his life. And so when he retired, he thought he had to be an electronic technician in our basement. So he came home with all of this stuff that he was going to repair. And we accumulated pallets. I'm not talking small amounts. We accumulated pallets of stuff. So I have cleaned things out before, but he continues to accumulate. And he can't really do anything with these things anymore. He's just not capable of doing that kind of thing. So I said, I'm cleaning house. I've got a bedroom in the basement area that I'm going to reclaim. That has just been full of his stuff, paraphernalia, right? And I just said, enough is enough. Now, these are Archival Inks. And if you look here, I kind of put down a little bit of palette. There's a very pale, like sky blue, which I want to put up in here. So I'm just going to get one of these big brushes. And I'm going to pick up that blue. I'm going to start putting that into the sky area. Now I could paint with paper. You know, we've all been into this whole collage thing. I could paint this with paper. Like if I wanted to, I could take some blue and, you know, you can make this any size you want, and you could cut out pieces for your mountains, pieces for your trees. This would be a fun one to collage too. I didn't really want to spend that kind of time today. I just want to knock out a mini because I got other things to do. I started loading the back end of the car with yet another load this morning because the nurse was here bathing Ron. And while I was doing some laundry, I bagged up some stuff for the trash and for the donation box. Okay, so that was sky blue. Now for the mountains, I want to make them a bit darker. So I'm going to add, this is a coneflower blue. And I'm just going to lay some of that color in here for these mountain peaks. Now, this is a fun one. Like if you get done with this, you can come back with your pens and just, you know, have a whole lot of fun putting all the cracks and crevices into those mountains. You know how this would not be straight across here, that's for sure, because, you know, it's where the rock is undulating there in the mountains. So I'm going to put a little bit down here for reflection in the water. And for mine, I will probably just do some graphite, you know, where the jagged edges of this cliff is hanging out here. Just get a little graphite in there. And I can also add, what have I got in the form of a crayon here? Probably not the right color. Maybe in an oil pastel. Got oil pastels here. And they're in a number of different blues. What I do, or what I like to do, is to take product and test it out first. You know, like if I'm thinking about using this color, I'll put it on there. I'll say, oh, that's really blue. What if I mute it down with a little bit of white and blend that out? And oh yeah, I like that better, right? I like that a lot better. So I don't need a lot of this, but up towards the top, if I want a little more definition, I'm going to add a little of that pastel. Come down where the rocks divide. And I am also going to mute it out with a little bit of white. And I can get, instead of using my finger, I can just get a stump. And you can blend So you guys are getting the idea about how you can bring something like this to life. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this. I'm just kind of doing a demo here. So, all right. So that was oil pastel. Now, you see we've got the trees that are in the background here, and they are another blue. And I've got a cobalt blue, and I've got a hydrangea. I might still use that. Yeah, I am not going into business on this stuff. I want it out of here. You know, because we have accumulated and accumulated and accumulated. And, you know, he was going to fix all of that stuff. Well, yeah, that didn't happen. So this gray almost has that blue tint to it, more like the hydrangea color here. So I might stamp with a couple of these different colors. And I'm thinking I'm going to start with, I have stamps from Stampscapes that I've had for years and years and years. And I'm thinking that this is definitely going to work into my background. So I'm going to ink it with this hydrangea first. I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom because I just want to get the foundation started here for that tree line. Oh yeah, I like that. Although I don't like this in here. So I'm wondering if, yeah, I've still got paint. I can mute some of that out. Mute it out. Okay. So, I like that muted, what did I call this? Hydrangea tone. That's pretty. Getting some of those trees down there. And I've also got, I don't know if this will work. Let me see what this looks like. Test it out. Oh yeah. This has some of those craggy mountainous marks here. So I need, where's that going? Right there. All right. I need more trees. So I'm going to get another tree line thing, and I'm going to change up my color. Did you ever do scenic stamping? We used to do this all the time. We would build a scene using our stamps, and it was so much fun because we would trade that stuff out. Okay, so I'm going to go right across in this region and get my ground down. Now, I need to darken this back in here. I can see that already. So let me get back to that other blue. Okay. All right, so now I want to continue my tree line. And build my scene here. The shore is not going to be even. You know, the shoreline, you know how water goes along the shoreline, and it's not going to be even. So I don't care if this lines up. I want it kind of step back. If you look at the picture, oops, you can see how the shoreline kind of steps back there. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm stepping it back. Drop my ink. I need to re-ink some of these. They're not the juiciest. Okay, so you can see how we're building our tree line here. And I need to bring some other blue. And I think I'm going to mix some of this, of two colors. And start bringing in some of the water. Back to this one. Oh yeah, Holiday in the Rockies. That's fun. Okay, so also add a little bit of this, bringing the color down. Okay, now what have I got here? I've got a green. That was hydrangea. I should probably put the lids on these. All right, let's go back to our picture. And I may alter this a bit. There's a landmass that's jutting out here. And this is a really nice muted green. I think I have that in a more of a, probably in a distress tone, but this is what I've got here. So I'm going to use Archival Acorn and Library Green to mute down this landmass here. So picking up Acorn, getting some of that color in there. Also going to add some back in the trees. And I need some more defined landmass here as I'm coming down the page. So let me get just a little bit of this library green. See what that does here. Yeah, that's greening that up quite nicely. Okay. Thanks, Janet. Come in a little bit here. I want to add, what else have I got? I think I want to add some of these larger trees in the front here. And I may alter how this is going because I have other stuff. Because now I can start to play, right? Now I can make this different from what I've got here. Let's see if I have, I thought I had some rocks. I probably have some. I just have to pull it out of the drawer. I didn't get all of everything. So let me look. Oh, yes. I do have some rocks. And this is the other tree one I was kind of looking for. Let me stamp this really quickly and see. This is a gray, watering can gray. Not sure if I want that. Maybe. Oh, yeah. I think I do. Okay. So I'm going to ink this up with this watering can. And then I'm going to add a little bit of that hydrangea to that also. And I'm going to stamp that. Where's this is the reflection stamp. So I'm going to stamp that right down here and get the nice reflection. See if I remember how to do this. Oh yeah. So you can see the reflection in the water there. Do a little more of this reflection. And then over here, I want to do, I think I want these bigger trees in here. So let me get that dark green. Try not to do this on my paper because a lot of times I have a hiccup and I make a mess there. Okay, so I have this group of trees that's coming in from the edge, and it's closer to us, so they're bigger trees. Okay. And I still would like a little bit of that so it doesn't look quite so flat across there. And then one more for good measure, and this time I'm going to do it in the gray tone. There we go. All right. So over here, I think I want to do these rocks, and I think I'm going to go for the gray tone on that also. How are these going? They're going like this. So let me put that on there. And kind of mask that a little bit. There we go. And I'm in amongst the rocks. Let's add a few more tree elements if we can. What have I got here? Oh, I've got some real large twiggy trees. Let's do that. So it kind of looks like grasses or something down here at the bottom. And I don't like where that divide is there. Should have something to break that up. What have I got? Thanks, Janet. Yeah, it's just a process, you know, as you come in here. And then, you know, as you build, you're making your scenic things, but then your pen work, and when you come back over this, is going to complete the whole process. Let's see, what have I got here? Okay, I've got something. This has some little stars and things. Might be able to break up the texture with that. Or what else have I got in my stamping arena here? You know, I have a lot of stamps. Here's a nice texture. There's a nice texture. There's a nice texture. I buy stamps for mixed media. So you'll see a lot of times I get something that doesn't look like this. Kind of looks like some wood or peeled paint. This could be water. Like if we wanted to put this down here and add some of that blue in with this, we could add, you know, more texture with this. It also might be a good one for the sky. I'm trying to see what this one is. I can't really tell. I need to stamp that one to know. And then this one looks almost like crumpled paper. So let's do a little bit of this with this blue. And I'm going to do stamp it off and then on there. So it doesn't go directly to the paper. It's getting a little bit of the ink removed before I come in here with this. But it's adding some texture into the sky here. Okay, I like that. I also want to add a little more along the edge here. This needs a tree or something. Just saying. It doesn't have to be a big one, but it does need to be something. So would I use a gray for that? I think I used a gray and a hydrangea. Of course, I'm using the wrong side. This is the one I need. All right, so put that in there. This one in here. Needs something right there. There. And then I also want to stamp off and do a reflection here. Okay, so that's good enough for what we need. And then the big reveal here. Okay, so we've got our muted tone mini like this. What I like about the ink is that it dries quickly. So if I were to do this in paint, I would probably wait until tomorrow before I would come back and add any pen work. But because it's ink, you can go back and work it. And that's what's nice when you're working with a mini project like this, to use products that dry quickly. Now let me see where I was looking for my pen that I love, and I don't see it out here. Is it in the drawer? No, not there, not there. I'm sure I had it on my desk. I just haven't located it yet because I've got all these stamps out here. I need to put them away. There we go. Multi-ball. Pilot multi-ball. So the cool thing about this now is I can come into these trees and I can give them more definition with my pen work. And you can actually go, outside of your line then and make it a little more interesting instead of just having a cutoff line or border. You guys see that? Can you see what's happening with that? But I like to go in and do some of this work so it doesn't just look like a stamped image on the page. It's got more of your own hand in it. It makes it a lot of fun. And the same thing here, do your mountain. Give it, and up in here where there's like a dip or a crevice that's going down like that, then you can add some other color. You could add a pen or something. And because this I did not treat beforehand, I would probably want to pick up the color with my, I'll put the color down on my palette like that, and then come back with a water brush and pick that up, because otherwise it's going to, soak right into the paper. So, because this is not, I did not put any gesso or anything like that on here, but, you can get the shadows and depths by doing this sort of thing on your mountains. And just complete your mini. And you don't have to do it all in one shot. Like if I have other things that I need to be doing this morning, I can pause and come back to this. I'm just putting some scratchy grasses in here, and I need to definitely need to colorize those rocks, because right now they're just kind of stamped in there. So I would come back and add shading in some of these areas to bring out the landmass, the rocks, all of that sort of thing. So are you guys excited about getting another challenge this month? Are you going to work on the mini? Are you thinking about what you're going to do with it? I think it's a fun challenge. And I'm going to add a little color in there. You know, you can just keep playing with this. You can just, until you're happy with it, you can just keep playing. Hi, Sybil. I'm glad you're here anyway. You'll be able to go back and watch it. I just, I didn't have time to videotape and edit and all that stuff this morning. And when Shell said, "Oh, our muted challenge is coming out," I thought, okay, I need to do something for that. So actually, I don't think I want, like in here, I don't think I want to use the black pen. What I would probably pick where I want it lighter is I'll probably just go to like the graphite pencil because it'll be softer. You still get the effect, but it's just, instead of having that black mark, the graphite is going to soften it up some. So you guys kind of get the drift of what I did on this. Do you guys like stamping? Yeah, creating muted colors is not all that difficult. You saw me create what I wanted in here this morning. And I was showing you, if you really want to learn about your colors, is it in this journal or is it in another one? I tell you, too much stuff. Yeah. If you really want to learn about your colors, start with something like your color, like your Hansa yellow, and then start adding your white and black to it and make your own color charts and make your own muted tones. Because, Hansa yellow may start out really bright like this, but you can see how it can be muted and turned into some other lovely tones. And that's what I did to create this in here, so that it was coming out closer to this shade as part of the, I think I did pretty good with the colors on here for, what this is. Yeah, and you don't really need a lot of art stamps. I mean, you can carve some of your own if you want to, get a rubber stamp or a rubber eraser and carve some. I've cut a lot of things out of foam, just, and the other one that I've done, you guys, take a paper plate, not the foam plates, you know what I'm talking about? Take this is an art foam. You guys probably seen me use this before. But you can take something like this and you can certainly draw something on your foam that replicates some kind of tree or mountain, make your mountains. Make your mountains. And you can build your scene this way, and then you can ink this. Let me get a color. You can ink this. And you can stamp this. So then you've got a basic something. Or, draw with your pens and things on your gel plate. You can see the tree here. Can you see the tree here? Not, you can't see that one so much, but you definitely can see the tree here in the background. So that's kind of fun to do. There's a lot of different ways to create tools for art. So I think I gotta go do some more donations and get some more stuff done today. I'm gonna, I'll probably try to finish this up later when I've got, when the stores aren't open and I'm not out taking care of business. But that's the mini for the first week. And I hope you guys do it. I hope you use the hashtag because I am just excited to see what you guys make as much as what I'm doing. It's not about what I do. I can do this any old time, but I really want to see what you guys are doing. Get the edge of the water here. Get the land mass. So you can just keep playing. Yeah. My purge seems to be constant, doesn't it? I was donating yesterday or Sunday. I'd found a whole bunch of scrapbook paper, and there's a group here that does cards for causes. So I'd gone over because they were meeting on Sunday afternoon after church, and they wanted to. I think they were making cards for vets or something because I saw a lot of red, white, and blue and stars and stuff out on the table, and so I took a whole bag full of 12 by 12 cardstock over to them, and I said, "Have at it here. Make cards. Have fun." So yeah, I'm taking it to good causes anyway. Hi, Minka. Sorry, I'm just about to go, but you know, there's the muted. Come on, there's the muted tones mini challenge for today. Thanks, everybody. Lots of love. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.